Good afternoon, everyone. How are you feeling on this summer day?
Great.
Hot? Not had any mangoes yet? Mango. Right. Great. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone, and we are gathered here for a very interesting session: mangoes, mischief, and memories. So our Toastmaster of the day, who is hailing from Kolkata, will share her stories and keep us engaged while she talks about her memories about mangoes. But before that, I hope I got excited about today's session. I am Thursday, and my purpose is to start the meeting and give the ground rules. But before that, let's play a quick game, okay? Yes. So the game is you can take Bollywood movie names or Bollywood dialogues, even Hollywood movie names and Hollywood dialogues. You have to replace either one or two words with mango. Works? Understood? Do I need to repeat? No? Okay. But everyone gets to tell one title or dialogue with mango. Okay. We'll start from right to left. My right to left, and we'll go like this. Anything, Bollywood or Hollywood title, replace one word with mango. Even you can use a dialogue. Okay. For example, I'll give you kuch mango hai. One example. So मजा आएगा start. ये जवानी mango mango is going naughty. Try something. Yes.
रिश्ते में जो हम तुम्हारे भाई
Nice. Sangu.
ये मैंगो ना मिलेगा दोबारा।
Sayush.
मैंगो कहता है
Mango speaks.
ये मैंगो मुझे दे दी। एक मैंगो की कीमत तुम क्या जानते हो रमेश बाबू?
दीपक.
ये मैंगो मुझे दे दो
दिल वाले मैंगो ले जाएंगे।
मैंगो वाले मैंगो ले जाएंगे. Yes.
150 मैंगो लेगा
Anyone guess the movie? 150 मैंगो लेगा.
तेरे
हेरा फेरी. Yes.
हैरी पॉटर एंड चेम्बर ऑफ
Nice.
बदने बना मैंगो
हमने बना दी मैंगो. Nice.
ये दिल मांगो मोर कभी कैरी कभी मैंगो
Oh. Padri.
It's not Bollywood, it's from Tamil. Mango, మామూలు మరి నలా
Translate also. For us.
sweet like mango.
Oh, nice.
Also pick up. Only mango diya.
कोई मैंगो दिया. Try any Bollywood title, Hollywood title, but replace a word with mango.
A mango पाला है मुश्किल.
You want to try? No? People sitting in back, we want to give it.
Spider-Man branding mango.
Spider-Man banking. Yes.
ये मैंगो भी कभी कैरी थी।
Mango भी कभी कह रही. You want to try some new movie? Title your favorite one.
ये mango ले जाएंगे.
New mango later. Nice. Give a big round of applause to all of you. Now, quickly setting up the ground rules. Everyone switch off your mobile phone or put it on silent mode. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. Those who want to know where the washroom is, it's behind that light wired place, so all can use it. Snacks will be distributed in the break, so wait, hold your hunger pants till that. Yes.
Can you just give me a brief and what is
Sure. So let me complete the rules, then I'll talk about it. Next, we want the place to be squeaky clean. That's how we'll get to retain this place. So after the session is over, please ensure that there's no litter around. Okay. Please avoid talking about cardinal topics or avoid topics like sex, religion, or politics because these are some sensitive topics and we would want to avoid. Since you requested, talking about Toastmasters is a platform for public speaking and developing confidence uh, and become leaders. So our members get a lot of opportunity to practice impromptu speaking, take up roles and develop leadership skills. And it is present in more than uh, 48 countries with more than 270,000 members across the world. And we are part of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, which happens on Sunday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we are a bunch of excited, energetic individuals. So there's a lot of support coming from the members to help you in your journey, whatever you choose to do. Now moving on, I will invite the presiding officer. And today's presiding officer's story is that during his childhood, he and his cousins, who they will mess up their t-shirts or whatever clothes they will be wearing. Why? Because they'll ruin it while eating mangoes. So that's, I think everyone would have done that during their child. Apart from that, he has won a lot of competitions, podium finish for a lot of competitions as well, triple crown winner, and has held up a lot of offices as well. Any role in Toastmasters he has taken in. He's also area director for IO3 and is currently serving as the president of his club. Without much ado, inviting our Mango Mischief leader, Toastmaster Mani.
Thank you everyone for that loud cheer and Toastmaster Dimshire for this wonderful setup and laying down all the ground rules. How are you all doing? Great. Awesome. I'm having my mango day today. That's all today's, I'm sure we are all going to indulge into a lot of summer special, that is the mango fruit. As we move forward with this particular theme, I would love to share one of the important facts about Bright Hearts, where two of the pre-Bright Heart members decided to lay down a seed while eating their mangoes at their home. While eating mangoes, they decided, why don't we keep these seeds and grow it as part of a tree? That happened in the year of September 2024. And those seeds, which were sown by our co-founders of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, are the fruits what we are all seeing today of Bright Hearts Toastmasters club together and having a bunch of Toastmaster members and celebrated our last week meeting as a 75th milestone, a grand success. Let's hear it up for our own. And for the benefit of guests, to introduce about Bright Hearts Toastmasters, as we started 2 years, approximately 1 year, 8 months, September 2024. In our first year, we have bagged and recognized as the best ever Toastmaster International Award, which is called the President Distinguished Club, last year. And you know what? This year, we are all set to get the highest next level recognition, which is called as Medley Distinguished Club Award, which is awarded to any of the club bagging all the educational pathways, member retention, as well as conducting amazing meeting teams and officer strength. Where Bright Hearts Toastmasters checked all these boxes and made the path clear for this program here. A huge round of applause for our own self. Now we got to know about Bright Hearts Toastmasters. How about hearing our guests who entered this room for the first time? May I request you come on stage to share your name, how you got to know about Bright Hearts, and what are you looking in this meeting? You can come on stage in volunteer basis. Any first times?
I have a couple of questions actually instead of introducing it. So I am mainly here for my son. He has been going to regular public speaking classes, but I thought of giving him more exposure, so that's why I am here. So I am good with like whatever. So this is more of for him than me. And the second thing that how does it go about? Like these are all impromptu speeches or the topics are given or how does it go? And if you say have whole platform, he is currently 14 and a half. And my other son is 20 and a half. So for that also I'm looking. So is it a good platform given that their age limits and should I come later?
So definitely, as the meeting progresses, there are different categories of meeting sections happens, where we have our own way, our Toastmaster of the day comes on stage and share about how meeting commences and proceeds further. And any of the membership, we have our special executive committee team members. During the break time or after the meeting, we all can catch up and talk about the next proceedings. For now, I would encourage you all to sit back and enjoy the meeting.
Firstly, good afternoon. Sorry, good evening to everyone. I'm here, Saujanya. I'm working as a lecturer, and I get to know this Toastmaster through the Google only. I searched in Google, and I get to know this one. And I want to improve myself a lot. I need to work on my communication skills. I need to build network also. And also I need to work on myself a lot of things. In front of students, I am able to speak. In front of audience, I can't able to speak too much. So I need to improve myself a lot. So I'm very experienced for means I'm new means I need to explore myself a lot means lot. So that's it. Thank you. Just one. Ravina and Pooja.
So notice or information from our essay where we have few guests online. So may request one of the guests to come. Meanwhile, as they complete the test setup, any offline guests who want to come on stage and introduce your name.
He's coming.
Yeah, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Arjun and I live next door on the Springfield apartment and I'm in ninth grade. I go to Asia Pacific World School and my eighth grade has got over. And
You want to speak?
Just check Ravina and Pooja.
So we have Ravina and Pooja. I request you unmute and come on stage and share your name or how you got to about write-ups. I think as they.
Ravina, when you did.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, all. I hope I'm audible. And yeah, I just came to know through Google. So, and also Sujit. So, yeah, looking forward to meeting in person. Thank you.
Want to speak? During the next segments, they can close this. So as we move forward to our meeting number 76, I would like to call this meeting open. So the mangoes, mischiefs, and the lemons. Cholo going to be one of my nostalgia where I indulge a lot with my cousins. As I say, I already shared one of my anecdote of the whole memory. I'm sure you also have such memories. And to deep dive this theme and bring a lot of memories in your life, we are all going to have one Toastmaster of the day today who did a fabulous job at our area I-04 contest as a contest master. And whenever she comes on stage, she sets the stage on fire with her boldness and the commandments. When she joins the conversations with you offline, I'm sure they are going to become crazy and humorous. So put your hands together in welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pooja.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Tell me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word summer? Anybody from the audience? Sun. Oh, okay.
Vacation.
Vacation. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Maybe a chill drink, neemu pani, floated rasa, tang, maybe school homework without holidays. But for me, summer memories take me straight back to the sun-soaked summer holidays at my grandmother's house. The rule was simple: play until you're tired and eat until you're full, and never stop being naughty. I have two cousins, Anandita and Lokesh. We even branded ourselves the Pal Squad, short for Pooja, Anandita, and Lokesh. Specialized in two things: mango plucking and pure mischief. Some days we were expert climbers, and other days we were expert troublemakers. My grandmother always got Pal either on the tree or in act of new prank. Instead of scolding us, she would laugh, call us the mischief squad, and reward us with a big bowl of mango fruit. Mischief was guaranteed, indulgence was inevitable. The summer days, filled with mango, mischief, and memories, remind us of how simplest joys become timeless stories. For the benefit of everyone, let me explain the structure of the meeting. We have three segments: the prepared speeches, where the members deliver carefully crafted speeches they have already been working on. Then we have table topics, where impromptu speaking segments, where participants are given topics on spot and they speak about a minute and a two. Then comes our evaluations, where trained evaluators offer constructive feedback and help the speaker grow. Now I'll call upon the GE to introduce her tag team. So when I asked her about one memory from summer vacation, which she cherished till date, her favorite memory was summer vacation. During that summer vacation, she loved going to beaches in Chennai with her friends. She built castles. She buried friends in the sand. Playing. Let me welcome our lead, Master Manjalika.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When we think about summer vacation, we think about sunshine, road trips, and hanging out with friends. But every vacation also needs a little bit of planning and supervision. Luckily, our meeting today has its own vacation management team, which is the evaluation team. As the G, my job is, is a little bit like that of the friend who comes back from vacation and writes a team trip review about what went well and what can be improved. And I'm
doing this alone. I have my fantastic taxi to help me observe this meeting. Without further ado, I would like to invite our timer of the day, Sujit.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening. Have you ever stolen a mango and then suddenly discovered you can run faster than Usain Bolt? I have. I still remember I was in my fifth standard, walking back home with my friends from school, and we saw a mango tree loaded full of mangoes. The branches were just hanging outside a compound wall. With my friends helping, I climbed to the wall and started plucking. Then suddenly I heard a voice. What are you doing? Then I turned. There was an uncle with a stick. In that moment, every second mattered because getting caught was not part of the plan. So today, as you are looking back, it wasn't just about the mango, it was the mischief, the thrill, and the memories we still laugh about today. Today, as your timer, I will be keeping track of your seconds just as carefully. So unlike that mango incident, you will get caught if you cross the time limit. As a timer, I will time the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using a green card, yellow card, and the red card. Table topic speakers Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Those giving speeches should limit their remarks to their specific speech timings. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Most other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, again, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Grace period of 30 seconds will be provided to each speech and evaluation. Thank you. Over to the question.
Thank you, Sujit, for sharing your mango mischief story and also briefing about the timer rule. Next up, I would like to invite our counter of the day, Sangam.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Good evening. So today's theme is mangoes, mischief, and memories. Those glorious days when we used to talk endlessly, have fun and laughter under the mango trees. So as our counter, my job is to constantly watch you and look out for the filler words. Like filler words, those are categorized into 4 parts. We call at CRPF words. C stands for crutch sounds like R. R stands for repetition. When we stop, when we are thinking, we sometimes tend to repeat words like I and so on. P stands for pauses, intentional, unintentional pauses, and F stands for filler words like so, etc. So think me as your cousin who is looking out for the filler words so they do not sneak into your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangha. Next up, I would like to invite our grammarian of the day, Pragya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. When I was a kid, I used to rescue all the mangoes and save it into fridge. Not because I don't like mangoes and I don't want to eat it, but I used to love mango shake. Making mango shake is efforts taking. You have to slice mango. If those are hard, you need to peel those. And then you have to have milk, sugar, everything. And you have to mix them, then shake them. But when you see the glass, creamy, thicky mango shake, it feels it was worth it. Similarly, when a speaker start putting efforts into their grammar uses, into the words that they choose, it feels worth it because at the end of the day, they feel more confident and also fluent with their speaking skills. As the grammarian of the day, it's my responsibility to to pay close attention to all the speakers who come on stage and also note down all the interesting words and any improper uses of the grammar. It's also my duty to introduce you with the word of the day, that is indulge, which means to allow someone or yourselves to enjoy something without any guilt or maybe with guilt. So the usage would be the first sentence. In the summer, I would enjoy mango shakes without any guilt. Or the second use case could be, please allow me to indulge you all into the theme of the day. And I would also like to tell you that we generally use that please allow me or please listen to me. We can replace it with please indulge me with any other thing. Like please indulge me when I introduce you with the word of the day indulge. I would present my meeting at the end of the meeting when I will be called upon. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Pragya, for the very nice introduction of your role and the word of the day. And lastly, I would like to invite our special role player, Shamil.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear friends. This evening, we will hear beautiful, nostalgic childhood memories of our speakers and vote takers. Memories about mangoes, summer vacation, cousins, playing endless games, and everything. And definitely, these stories will take you to your childhood house. And memories from your childhood may come back to you. And you may zone out, but don't. Because if you zone out, you are going to miss mango bites. I will explain why. Dear audience, today I will be taking the listener role. That means I will be sitting there listening to every word that is presented on the word or any detail that you may miss. And finally, at the end of the meeting, I will be coming back to the stage and ask you questions regarding what was being presented on the stage. So if you can answer those questions, you will get not mangoes, but mango bites. So, dear audience, get ready to be introduced with mango bites. Thank you. Back to you.
So with that, our vacation supervisors are ready. We will be observing the meeting and towards the end, we will be giving our trip report to you. Over to you, Timon.
before we dive into the meeting further, let's indulge in a little nostalgia through further segment. I will call upon a few members here, preferably non-role players, to share their summer vacation stories. Let's call it the summer moments. Anybody up in the audience who would be interested to share your summer stories? There are a lot of summer vacation stories that come to my mind if I think about the school summer vacations. But I think the top ones are, if it is summer vacation, I'll promptly wake up by 6 a.m. at max every day, which will never happen if it is not a vacation day. And then I have the whole day ahead of me, in which I will indulge in endless TV, endless reading, and my favorite moments are the days when there are summer rains. In that summer rain, sitting in the living room and watching star movies, that's my favorite memory. Can we have any other members who would share your summer stories? Yes, please.
Hi everyone, this is Radhika. So my summer memories were not just about indulging in eating mangoes, but were also about indulging in practicing swimming and playing a lot of cricket. So even though nowadays I'm just into eating mangoes and I'm maintaining a distance with both cricket and swimming, but I have great memories with swimming and cricket. So apart from that, my summer vacation always about having a lot of injuries. Every time the summer comes, my mother used to remind me, Ravikant, summer is coming, you should be very careful. So it's like a Game of Thrones look, like summer is coming. So it's not like she's overthinking, she was overthinking. So once I bit a dog, like and it attacked me back, and I was hospitalized for a few days. And also, so once when stealing a mango from a villa beside my house, we were like a group of friends. So I was the one who climbed the wall, and there was a small water tanker there which was dry. So I climbed on the water tanker, and then I was trying to plug the mango. And suddenly the lid of the water tanker broke and I fell in the water tanker, which was dry luckily. And luckily I got a mango. And and my stupidest friends and my most stupid sister left me, like they were very scared and left me for like around 2 hours. No one was there. And I was in the water tanker like for 2 hours and like no one is able to hear me. At last, like after 2 hours, like one of the maids came and brought me out of the water tanker. So yeah, it's mostly about like injuries and doing some serious things. So that's all about me.
At Mission Impossible, we hear some arm possible. Can we have one last guest or any members if they are interested? All right, we will go ahead. Now, whenever we hear the word of the day, kindly put your thumbs up. Now, let us indulge in prepared speech segment. Before I call upon our speakers, I would like to call upon the evaluators to explain the objective of the speeches. Let me call the evaluator number 1, Toastmaster Madhu. So, when I asked Madhu about the best memory from his childhood, he said that when I was a child, I got 10 rupees as a pocket money. But now I earn more. That happiness is very expensive from my childhood. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pooja. And I do not use those 10 rupees to buy mangoes. I just climb my neighbor's mango tree, pluck mangoes, pull my pockets, and I will jump from a wall just to see my mother's death scare. That she used to scare when the mangoes were sweet, but the chappal. So today I have privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Badri's speech. He will be attempting his icebreaker speech where he will be introducing himself to the club. And as a custom, we shall be give standing ovation at the end of his speech. With that, I wish all the best to my speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Badri.
I asked Toastmaster Badri, what was your summer mischief from the vacation? His answer was, he used to sneak into the mall in Chennai with his brother, pretending to be older than he is. Maybe he wouldn't be allowed inside the mall. Let us welcome the speaker number one, Toastmaster Badri. Toastmaster Badri, between two innings, cricket and career. Between two innings, cricket and career, Toastmaster Badri.
Thank you, Pooja. MS Dhoni hit a six. India lifts the World Cup after 28 years. The party starts in the dressing room. I hope you all remember this commentary line from Ravi Shastri. This was a defining moment in Indian cricket team, and it left a good impression with respect to all the individual kids, and they've started rooting themselves to be a cricketer. And I was one among the one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my first speech, and this is my journey between two innings, cricket and career. During my childhood days, I used to go to Chennai and I used to have a good time with my brother, where my brother is a cricketer. I'll say my daily routine there. We used to play cricket regularly. We used to wake up at first and we used to have a breakfast and we used to go to play cricket. And we come back for the lunch and we used to play cricket. It was on the loop. It is very interesting at that time, and I slowly started getting more and more interest with respect to the sport that I have played for. And after some time, I always thought, why can't this be a career for me? And even though I was a small kid, I don't have that much maturity to deal with this. Then I had my brother for help, and he was giving me some good insights on it. And then now the day came. I went to my parents and then I have asked, Daddy, shall I pursue cricket as my career? Well, I know you are interested in cricket, but due to our financial situation, it is not possible right now. You can focus on your studies and get a good job. As a child, it gave me a kind of fearfulness, but I know my family was going through a difficult situation at that time, and it was very difficult for me to pay all the professional fees and stuff. Somehow, I tried to convince my parents, and I gave my interest towards cricket, and my brother also helped me towards achieving my interest. And one day, my father came with a worthable price of a cricket kit that cost around 9K to 10K. At that time, it was a huge cost for us. And that was my defining moment in my life. I was the most happiest person at that moment. And slowly, I was started hitting the nets. I was a part of a club in Madurai, and everything felt good. Life, like cricket, has its own up and downs. In cricket, in a cricket match, all once opponent will be like winning the match. At the other moment, the other side will be winning. So these kind of ups and downs will be there. Like that, life is also having ups and downs. The financial struggle came after some time, and I was about to discontinue my professional cricket due to that. Even I moved from a matriculation school to a government school. This was all happened and I have got to do my bachelor's degree in computer science, where I dived deeply towards pursuing my BTech career. And at that point of time, cricket was not in my mind because of my family situation. I was about to get a job, and I was about to get a good winning rate for my family. That was my intention. And next, I have moved to pursue masters in Bangalore. I came here before 2 years, and I have did my masters here at the AML. And here also, I haven't got that much feasibility to play cricket, and I was doing some different things. I had a huge interest in content creation. I used to do this for such a long time. While doing content creation, I got a lot of networks, and I got invited to LinkedIn official office. Everything was going good. I was performing well in academics. I was doing well in my content creation, and I had a huge amount of networks who helped me to pursue my career and stuff. But something felt missing inside me. I thought every time when I feel like this, I'll be sitting in a room and I'll be brainstorming myself. I hope all of you had a same thought. Something felt missing in your life or something. Then I thought it was cricket. The child who was in a happy mood when I used to play cricket was missing for me. Then I've restarted my cricketing career. Now I'm hitting daily nets, and after every nets, I used to have two things in my mind. One is the hungerness to win each and every day, and once the opportunity comes, I'll grab it with both of my hands. And one of my inspirations in cricket is Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. I remembered one beautiful thought by Virat Kohli. Even if you put a huge hard work yesterday, you have to do the same for today. You have to keep the same mentality. You have to keep the same composure and everything so that you can win each and every day. Life is not about winning a single day. It's about winning each and every day. In cricket, sometimes you will score centuries. Sometimes you will not score, or even you will score a duck. Or sometimes you will drop a catch, or some other day you will be having a spectacular catch. But every setback teaches you something. Every setback will lead you towards success. And nowadays, I am focusing both cricket and career in my life. Cricket gives me energy and passionate towards what I was interested, and career gives me stability to achieve my passion. With this, I thank you Toastmasters for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Looking forward to more speeches.
All the best with your career and further speeches. Thank you. Now let me call upon the evaluator to Toastmaster Arna. When I asked her about her favorite memory from her summer vacation, she said during one of her summer vacations she went to Smithy Valley. Smithy Valley, sorry. So she lived in a tent during that time, and it was mesmerizing. She cannot forget that memory from her childhood. Let me welcome Toastmaster Arna.
Good afternoon, everybody, on this lovely summer evening. Afternoon. Today, I will be helping my target speaker, Toastmaster Aditya, evaluate his speech, which is a level 3 Project 1 speech called Understanding Conflict Resolution. A thing that is applicable not only on the stage, but in real life as well, especially when you're stealing mangoes and you fail. The purpose of the speech is for the member to enhance his or her understanding of the steps and strategies to resolve conflicts. And he will do this by sharing some aspect of an experience of his learning about and or resolving conflicts. With that, I wish my speaker all the best. Remind the timer that the timing for this speech would be 5 to 7 minutes, and hand the stage back to Toastmaster of the day.
Going to our speaker number 2, when I asked him, tell me a mischievous
memory from your childhood. He says going to neighboring society during summers, playing cricket, and then breaking the ground floor windows across and running out sounded like a mission impossible. Can we have Toastmaster Aditya? Toastmaster Aditya, Zoom versus Room. Zoom versus Room Toastmaster Aditya.
How many of you have spent an entire day in Zoom meetings and then shut your laptop at the end of the day and realized, oh, you actually haven't met in person in real life? Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My company is a remote company. We have around 1,000 people. But in my team, I have 200 spread across different cities in India. For us, the office is just a screen. Now, we have our moments, we enjoy our freedom, but very often it can feel lonely. And there was an employee survey recently that we did, and something very strongly came out. Most of the younger folks in our team, which is nearly 70% in the age group of 25 to 30, wanted an in-person meeting to happen. And as leadership, we took upon this responsibility head. We had failed in this attempt for a very, very long time because the approval committee, which comprises of finance and HR folks, told us it is not possible. Now, we had to define why we want to get so many people to Mumbai for an in-person meeting. So finally, we decided to why. Because we have a 5x ambitious goal next year, we needed everybody in the room to brainstorm on the product direction and the execution plan. Simple, but somehow I was hit in a wall. I hit the wall with the approval committee. The approval committee said, why get so many people to Mumbai? We don't understand. It is becoming extremely expensive to fly so many people into the city. I was talking about connections. They were talking about costs. So I listened to their side of the argument. They said, look, there are 200 people in your team, but there are 1,000 people in the organization. What if the rest 800 look at what you're doing on LinkedIn or on Instagram? And then they say, oh, only those people are having the fun. Why not us? They talked the point about fairness. Something in their language is called optics. Fair enough. Then they decided to ask me, what is it that you're going to do in the room that you can't do on the Zoom? Fair question. So I heard their argument. And finally, they gave me a list of 50 people. Now, those 50 people, according to HR, were flight risk, which means they would likely leave the company very soon. So I took this list of 50 and then I added another 50. And then I created a list of 100 people who I wanted to be in Mumbai. Somehow the HR and finance was not convinced. They said, we will go ahead, but it is still becoming very, very expensive. So finally, I reached a compromising position. Here, I decided to adopt a collaborative approach. In Toastmasters, I have learned that winning an argument is not the same as resolving a conflict. Here, I did not want to win an argument, but amicably solve a conflict. The conflict was how to get more people into Mumbai and at the same time ensuring the costs are low. So what did I do? I reduced the 3-day event to 2-day full event, which means 9 hours, just work and no fun. Post that, we would be having an informal meeting with the rest of the people who would join us by paying out of their own pocket. This way, we were able to first do our strategy meeting in the month of February, as well as making sure that the rest of the people who couldn't join us for those 2 days would get to be a part of our celebrations. And so it happened. the magic worked. On February 18th, 2026, when the 100 people flew in from different parts of India, we bonded over the conference table. Not just about our work, but beyond that. We shared snacks, sweets, and stories from our respective states. That was a moment when we bonded together beyond work and we got to know each other better, including some of the newer folks who had joined the team recently and they were feeling left out till then. As a part of this strategy meeting, I also made sure that everybody knows the vision that we have for next year, which had not been communicated clearly by the leadership before, or in silos through a Zoom call. Finally, we went for the informal outing, where we enjoyed ourselves with a lot of cricket, competitions, and finally, ice creams. This led to team bonding beyond office. And then finally, everybody was back to work. Now, in this situation, I learned two things. One, in a remote company, in-person meetings are very important. But the most important thing that I learned was about conflict resolution. Conflict isn't about hitting a wall. Conflict is like a bridge. You have two sides. Those two sides hold on to their arguments, and both the sides are fair in their arguments. But one side has to compromise and approach a middle ground. This way, what really happens is people get together and decide on a win-win situation. So, what really happened out of that FY27 strategy meet? Teams walked out confidently, prepared and determined to do better next year. Finally, we were having a team which was united towards our goal. Because I believed that culture eats strategy for breakfast. And culture cannot be formed over a Zoom call. It must be formed in a room. Back to the Toastmaster.
Now, we call upon the evaluator number 3, Toastmaster Akshay. I called upon Akshay asking him most memorable summer story he had when he used to flew from Dubai to India during his summer vacations, and he went to Kerala to his grandmother's house. He loved watching Cartoon Network during his summer vacations. That was his favorite time and most memorable time during summers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pooja. And that's also because we didn't have Cartoon Network back in the car for some reason. I would love to come to India and watch all those channels. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will be evaluating my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek. Abhishek is currently embarking on the path of presentation mastery. He's currently in level 3, and the project he's going to be attempting today is Connect with Storytelling. The objective of his speech is to tell a story. His entire speech could be a story, or his speech could consist of a story. The story could be either of a real or a fictional nature. Timer Sujit, please note that the timing for Abhishek's speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Abhishek, and back to the Toastmaster of the day, Pooja.
Our final speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek. I asked him, tell me a memory from your childhood that still makes you smile. His answer was, mango memory. He used to directly pluck mangoes from the tree, which belonged to his maternal uncle, and that is his mango memory. Let us welcome Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek. Taste of mango, taste of mango, Toastmaster Abhishek. Thank you.
In India, we have two kinds of people.
One who like the mango, and the other one who love the mango. Now tell me, in which bucket you guys fall on? The one you like the mango or you love the mango? Okay. I think the rest of the people are chiku people who are not alive. So good evening everyone, dear mango people and dear guests. My name is Abhishek Mishra, and today I am going to share a beautiful, not beautiful, rather a sweet and tasty story from my childhood days. So in India, mangoes come during the summertime, and with summers come the summer's holiday. When I was in my school and during the summer holiday, I used to go to my mother village to spend the vacation there. And I used to got joined by my other cousin brothers also. In all my cousins, there was my this cousin called Durgesh. Me and Durgesh, we were the toppers when it come to when it come about getting mischief. We used to do have lot of fun. We used to roam entire day in the village, and we used to play cricket during the daytime. Also, in my mother village, they have a very big mango orchard. So every day we used to get not mangoes in kilos, but in tons of mango, fresh from the mango orchard. Now, one day, a person came taking the mango on the block. He put it there, and the children party was getting ready to attack on those mangoes. Now, that person said, "See, these children, they are so lazy. In our generation, we used to directly go pluck the mango from the tree and eat it. What will happen to these people?" Now, just listening to this, me and Durgesh, we have made our mind. We are going to directly eat mango by plucking it from the tree. Now, imagine two 13-year-old people, okay, they are getting ready for mango impossible mission. But we don't know where was our orchard. We don't know how to climb a tree. But we were sure we are going to eat mangoes. So, and also at that time, we don't have Google Map. We used to have human map. So we went to people, asked them, can you tell us where are our mango orchard? And somehow we reached our mango orchard. Now, once we reached there, what we saw? Very tall tree. It was all lush green. The trees were filled with mango fruits, some small, some larger. But there was one thing. There was aroma of sweet smell of mangoes all there. At first, we decided we selected one tree which has lots of mangoes. Then we decided, okay, we are going to pick the stone and throw there. What we did was we picked a stone and we targeted it. And guess what? All the targets hit. What a shame. After this failed attempt, I got inspired from Mowgli cartoon, and I decided I will make my own block. So luckily, I picked a wood from there, and luckily Durgesh was carrying a packet of balloon in his pocket, and I made a block. Okay, I thought I would just target and get the mango. I started targeting with the pebble, but instead of targeting the tree, I end up targeting my own eyes. Now, after this failed attempt, our motivation has gone from level 10 to level 5. Again, disheartened, but we were lucky. We found a ladder which was lying in the corner. Then we thought, okay, we will use the ladder. So he and me went there, picked up the ladder, and we put the ladder on the tree. At first, we decided I will hold the ladder and Durgesh will climb it. So I was holding the ladder and Durgesh was climbing it, but I couldn't feel the pressure. Uh, I couldn't take care of the pressure and the ladder fall. And Durgesh doesn't fall on the land, he falls over me. Now, after this failed attempt, our motivation has gone from 5 to 1. And think of this motivation as a battery, which is about to die. So, as a last attempt, I thought I will climb, he will hold the ladder. So, I first climbed the ladder. When I reached top, I holded a bar of the tree. I went up on the bar and like James Bond, I finished, I decided my target. Okay, this is my target, I have to. I slowly moved there. When I reached, what I saw, these are small mangoes, these are not high. I find another one. Oh, I got the mango. We were literally at cloud nine. Then suddenly, I saw mango is turning down. What is happening? And there was third sound. And there was all black. Then I realized I had fallen. I got bruises, but I was happy because I had fallen with the branch. So I had mango with me. So now imagine, I go, I stand up, I was eating the mango with one hand. My hand is drenched in the mango juice, and in one hand, the blood is coming. Just imagine the scenario, right? So whenever I think of this memory, I don't just realize the taste of mango, which was sweet, by the way. But I remember two 13-year-old kids who were clueless, who don't know are they going to do it or not. But after falling from the tree with the mango in the hand, I realized two things. The best things in life are not the one which is given to us, but they are the things we dare to climb. So ask yourself one question. Tell us when was the last time when you did something for the joy of something, for the joy of getting anything, right? Because remember, there is a mango on the tree waiting for you. You just need to dare to go and try. Thank you.
I hope your love for mango is still alive. With that, we have right now, let us vote. Can we have the there is a Wi-Fi issue, sorry, there is a network issue maybe. So we can use the Wi-Fi. Mushroom is the password. Please vote on bit.ly/BSTN VOTE1. Can, can we have raise of hands who have finished? We have arrangements for snacks. Those who have finished voting may. We will resume at 5:20. As we come to the end of our meeting, I am reminded again of those mango-filled summers. Sweet, simple, and mischievous. Each Toastmaster session, like those vacations, gives us fresh memories, unexpected learning, and plenty of laughter. So let's continue to indulge in that spirit to learn, to laugh, and to grow together. Thank you all for being part of Mango Mischief and Memories. Now we will go to the next segment, the table topics segment. I will have Toastmaster Deepak on stage. When I asked Deepak about the most dangerous summer mischief that he did with his cousins, he used to climb on guava trees while he was a child, and one day he slipped off the guava tree. Apparently, he did not share this with anyone because he was scared of being punished. Let's welcome Toastmaster Deepak.
Good afternoon, right hearts and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
My job here is to conduct a table topic session on the same thing which is going on, mangoes, mischief and memories. I have got a list of questions around, and we will come and pick up one of them. So I'll start with the member, and I start with you. Topic is, how do you handle your sour moments in life to make sure that they eventually turn into something worth remembering? Okay.
What do you think when conflict happens? How I am as a person? Fire or ice? What's your guess? Your guess is right. So whenever there's a sour moment, you know I'm the one who is on fire, putting things together, but there's another side of it. You might feel that I'm on fire, but probably meant it. You might not see it on my face. Whenever conflict happens, I become the most patient and the observant one, structuring in my mind on how can I solve a problem, create plan one, create plan two, create backup plan three, and solve it. Whereas others, and you know who, if conflict or situation happens, all the time they're totally calm, but when it is on the situation, managing stress, they go haywire. Now I'll tell you why. Why am I calm during a conflict and the fire is there in my brain and not outside? During my childhood, I have been my father wanted a princess or a queen who can deal with anything. Ma Mahishmati, Shivagami Devi, ruling alone, right? So he ensured that I learned table tennis. I did painting. I was volunteering, and I was put through a lot of situations in life. What happened? I understood how to manage complex situations much in advance. So whenever a stressful situation happens, I take pause, reflect, and then think about how I can do solutions. And that is critical in my role as an HR as well. A lot of employee issues comes in. And if I don't keep my calm, I might hurt the person I'm dealing with. Or that person will end up taking me to the labor court. Puja would resonate. So in that situation, if I don't put my thoughts together, understand what needs to be done structurally, document properly, then things will go haywire. And instead of working, you're just fighting battles in the court. So when the situation is sour, I tend to keep myself calm. Yes, there is fire, but in my brain is trying to put all of these things together. With that, over to you.
Now we know how HR works. They give you sour material also, right? Deal with. Not a happy one. So anybody from yes would like to volunteer? Oh, yeah, let me read this out for everyone. I think another one. Uh, Shared a memory that felt sweet at the time, but later revealed a deeper possibly uncomfortable truth about yourself. This is again a difficult question.
1914. 14 minutes of discussion.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can share your top three memories with mangoes.
Excuse me. So last year he changed his school, so maybe he can talk his 1 year experience in his new school.
Yes. Talk about my experience in the old school. So it was a nice year last year and we had so much fun. And on March 24th, there was a class party. I had so much fun. Can you tell me which date was March 24th, 2026 or 5? So this year only, and before that exams were going on, so I didn't have any time to play with my friends because of the whole studies and all that things. But once the school got over, I felt very nice that I'm rid of the studies.
You would like to talk? Pragya.
He's the role taker.
You know.
Yeah.
Sergeant. Sergeant.
Hey,
Maria, you haven't heard if you had a crown, a king of memories from your childhood days, one single day that stands above the rest, which one it would be?
Deepak, can you read some? Um, from your childhood days, think of a day, which was the best one, and we call that day as king of memories. It's, the day was much better than any other day in your past. Yeah, so it's the king of memories. That's why it's king of memories. Talk about a day which is exceptionally good. And we have to say others.
First of all, good evening.
Great.
That was a day I got an offer letter from the one of the huge institutions. In that moment, in that day, I got an offer letter from this institution to my parents. They feel very proud of myself. Uh, and also they laughed at me and they said, very good, you did it. They said like this. And that was a moment I felt very happy. And also another moment, which is very important to me. I went along with my parents one of the beautiful temple which is located in my native place. That was a dream for me. After I get a job, I need to go along with my parents. So yeah, this is a two incident in my life. This is the best moment and king of memories. Thank you.
What was that institution, may I ask?
Yeah, SSV. This is Saraswati Vidyaniketan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any member, please? If you were to get a memory seed, if you had to plant a memory seed today, memory keepers for your future generations. What values or stories do you want them to pick from its branches? So you are on purpose, you are doing it for your children and grandchildren. How you want them to remember the three branches and all that?
I read a book named The Boy, the Mole, and the Fox. It was not a typical storybook, but it was about a boy, a mole, and a fox who end up on a journey together and understand each other in ways that normally normal interaction uh, would not repeat. So there are a lot of values that are highlighted in that book. It's a very short book, and I had to read it multiple times, and every time I read it, something new, some new aspect of human interactions and human values came. So one thing that I really liked, one line that I really liked in that book is um, the fox would ask the boy, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And the boy will say, "Kind." Kindness is extremely underrated. And as we move through life, when we see kindness from strangers in unexpected forms, in unexpected avenues, it touches our life in ways that will affect it permanently in a good way. Even as a kid, when I used to read Reader's Digest, my favorite column was Kindness from Strangers. I didn't really understand. It was my favorite column. It was good to read. I got a good feeling from it. But the real meaning of it is something that I realize these days when I actually see kindness and when I have the opportunity to share that kindness to others. So kindness is a value that I would ask the future generations to never undervalue and take it forward.
Now, anyone from this? Maria. Maria.
Maria. Maria. Maria. Maria. Maria. Maria. Maria.
Tell us about a time you got into a mischief to get something you really wanted.
We all have mischief within us. Isn't that right? That time in school, secretly passing notes with the answers scribbled on them, or that time in college where you sneak away from your parents and go on a journey which I think most of us would have experienced. When I think about a mischievous moment, I'm somebody who's goody two shoes. I was always on the front bench. I was the teacher's pet. Everybody hated me in my class because I would be the one who wouldn't be punished because I didn't misbehave. However, misbehave became Mrs. Not so behaving. That happened back in school when I was giving an exam. And if there are any kids, yeah, the 14-year-old has left. What we did was we got these Apsara erasers, the long ones for extra neat handwriting. My friend and I had a different use of that eraser. We would write down the answers and throw it to the other person. And when ma'am, eraser, Italia, picked it up. And what we would do is then rub it off. So nobody would know, no evidence there. However, there is one key. When you want to misbehave, when you want to commit something mischievous, don't do it too many times. What we did was we took advantage and did it multiple times until the teacher knew that there is something wrong happening. And in between one of those parcels, she got it. And on it was written A square plus B square is equal to. And that was when we knew that my friend A and B, we were both done. Cut forward to visit to the principal's office, and the teachers being astonished at how could our future head girl commit something like this. But I tell you that when you actually misbehave, you get to learn so much. I learned a better way of cheating. I learned that sometimes if you do something too much, it's bad. But I also learned that sometimes you need to face your consequences. So while I would encourage everyone to practice keeping that spark of mischief alive, do it in moderation. Thank you.
Anyone?
Sujit, Pranav, Pranav.
Sorry.
Pranav.
अरे మనం
Why wait?
Yeah. Share a memory that felt sweet at the time, but later revealed a deeper, possibly uncomfortable truth about yourself.
Okay, so a memory that felt sweet at the time, but later on it ended up revealing some uncomfortable truth about myself. So everyone, all of us, watch movies, watch musicians performing, and I being a dilettant singer of sorts, when used to watch someone performing on stage, maybe an Indian Idol episode, I used to maybe at the back of my mind think that whenever I'll be performing at such a big crowd, how would I look like? And maybe that guitarist thing that everyone feel. So something similar used to come to my mind about, hey, one time I should try to become like someone who is performing at stage. Now that's like a sweet memory. Now let me tell you the reality. So I started with that aim of at becoming a person who can perform at stage. And that's when I decided to join a class, a music class. Right? And I started maybe learning the basics first, which is a Hindustani classical with all the sare gama pa, all of that. And which is when I realized that when my first class happened and when my class teacher told, okay, Pranav, sing sa. And when I started telling my scale was nowhere. And that's when I learned that, okay, the people who perform are coming with lot of practice, lot of dedication, lot of devotion. And that's when they achieve that stage, which everyone on the stage aspired, or everyone in the audience aspired to become. And that with that class, I ended up realizing the value of not only practice, but also concentration, but also understanding and realizing the benchmarks and how can you take many steps to achieve that goal. And which is when I started becoming more sincere at my regular classes. I started doing those riyazes on a regular basis. And somehow at this stage, I feel that I am in that journey of maybe not achieving that singer, being that singer, but maybe passing the level one of classical singing music university exam. So that's about my that thought of something which actually sounded like sweet, but ended up later on here, actually letting me know that what is my reality. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that was the last topic of the day. respecting the time, I was going to ask now, should I continue or not? And
We can have one.
the right direction. So.
Only three.
One. Please come. Yeah. When you smell a ripe mango, what specific moment or person from the past comes in your mind? When you smell a ripe mango now, what specific moment or person from past comes in your mind?
Hey, hi everyone. Okay, so summer season is going on and mango is favorite for most of us. So when I smell mango, I used to remember my childhood. In my childhood, during summer season, I used to go to my maternal uncle house, and me and my cousin used to go to their farm to get mango. So we used to climb the tree, and we don't know, like someone has mentioned that they don't know how to climb the tree. Abhishek, I believe. So we also didn't know how to climb a tree, and many times, not one or two times, but at most 10 times, I tried to climb a tree and I fell down and I broke my hand plus one teeth. So this is the one memory that I used to think of when I smell a mango. Yeah, thank you.
So over to Toastmaster of the day.
Generally
Generally.
Welcome back, everyone. Now we are at the evaluation section of the meeting. Without further ado, I would like to invite first evaluator Madhu to evaluate Speaker Badri's speech.
Toastmaster and guest, have you met someone who has just stepped on the stage for the first time as a speaker, gave icebreaker, and you felt like he has been speaking as a speaker for long years? Yes. I feel the same when Badri entered on the stage. Badri, you don't just gave the icebreaker, you smashed it to six. You really met the objective of your speech of introducing yourself to the club. Few things that really stood out for me was first the opening statement about India finishing off, MS Dhoni lifting the World Cup. That hook statement bring everyone back in this room, and everyone was lean to listen to you. Second is the role playing. You were discussing with your father, asking for the permission if you can pursue cricket as your career. You made sure you do not just tell the story. You made every one of us live in that moment. Third is when you dropped a quote about consistency given by Virat Kohli, like hard work yesterday, harder every day. That was the heartbeat of your speech. It was just not for the declaration. It summarized, it reflects your speech in 2 sentences. Kudos to you on how you structure the whole speech. But
Today, if I can gift you something, it would be a gift which will help you in your next speech. And that is to help you indulge in pause. You can allow your powerful statement to land it even better by having 2 seconds of pause. It will help everyone absorb that energy. With that, you do not, with that, I would have to summarize that the hook statement that bring everyone back on the room, you had really good start. And the role playing that you did brings a real picture into your eyes. And third, the sharing the quote really reflects your speech. But you can little bit work on the pause, but I really like the crystal clear voice you have. With that, between the two innings of career and cricket, you played like a champion. With that, I wish you all the best for your future matches and speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhur, for your very encouraging evaluation. Badri, I completely resonate with Madhur's point. I absolutely loved your the commentary which you started your speech. You had a very loud and clear voice, which immediately grabbed the attention of the audience. And you showed great confidence, and you have really good storytelling skills. Overall, a really good icebreaker, and you even told about your content creation skills, which even got you invited to the LinkedIn office, which was really cool. Really nice to know that part about you. Um, I have coming to the area of improvements. I resonate with Madhu. I felt the pace of the speech could have been slightly slower so that the audience could absorb what you wanted to tell them. Otherwise, it's a really good speech, Badri. Madhur, amazing evaluation as always. Your evaluations are always very encouraging and nice to hear, and very appropriate areas of improvement as well. No feedback for you. Next up, I would like to invite second evaluator Arna to evaluate Aditya's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manjarika. Good evening, everyone, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Aditya. Today, Toastmaster Aditya told us about a conflict, his war with HR and the finance department to get people connected. Here are my highlights for your speech. Firstly, you met the objective, sharing an experience about resolving conflicts between costs and the human need for connection. You did this not only by narrating, but by expressing your thought process. You brought us into your mind with lines I remember like, I hit a wall. And I learned winning is not the same as resolving conflict. This made the speech very personal, and I absolutely loved it. My second highlight would be your approachable stance. When you came on stage, you had a confident presence, open arms, and a slight face. This presence complemented your message. A message that could have been self-centered was instead relatable. Now, coming to what I think would add to your speech, making it a winning one. First, I feel like you could have had a stronger conclusion with a call to action. You ended the speech with a message about how connections can't be made over Zoom, but instead have to be made in a room. Instead, if you took that message and translated it to the audience with something like, I believe connections can't be made over Zoom, but have to be made in a room. And I achieved my objective of getting that. So, dear Toastmasters and guests, next time you're in a conflict, remember that winning is not the same as resolving the conflict, and achieving your goal can be done through compromise. My second point of feedback would be that your speech could benefit from a variation in tonality. I've observed that sentences across your speech, even when they were with different emotional energies, had the same tonality. Allow me to explain. Here are some lines from your speech. Why only those people are having fun? Why not us? HR gave a list of 50. I added 15 more. This led to the team bonding beyond the office. When every sentence is a standalone with the same tonality, it takes away from the cohesiveness of the body of the speech. Instead, I believe that you can experiment with having this tonality only at the strong conclusive points in your speech, while the rest of your speech could be a little more monotone to express the story. In conclusion, I believe you met the objective, explaining your thought process, and had an approachable stance. When you also incorporate variation in tonality and a stronger conclusion with a call to action, the sky is the limit. And if any time I'm in a conflict, I know for fire to call Devsha and for ice to call you. Thank you.
Thank you, Arna. Adi, I agree with all the points from Arna. And you started with a very relatable question. And you had great content and a lot of glimpses of really good humor. And I bet you also had a very useful takeaway. One small nitpick is I felt like you could have given more facial expression while throughout the speech you had facial expressions that naturally came to you, but I also felt you could have added a little bit more intentional facial expression that could also convey your emotions to the audience. Otherwise, a really great content and takeaway. Arna, as always, a very meticulous evaluation. Loved your point on tonality, especially because I was thinking, what was that one point that I was not able to figure out? And when you told, I was like, that's the point. Very meticulous evaluation as always. Next up, I would like to invite evaluate the third evaluator, Akshay, to evaluate Abhishek's speech.
When life gives you a mango tree, you take a ladder, put it up against the tree, you climb and fall down. Good evening, everyone, and a special good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Abhishek. Abhishek, today you told us a lovely story from your childhood about how you and your friend Durgesh wanted to seize a mango. Let me start by telling you some of the highlights which I noticed in your speech. Firstly, the vivid writing. I felt you really indulged in the theme of the day by using vocabulary that really related to it. For example, you started your speech by saying, I'd like to tell you a sweet and tasty story from my childhood days. Later on, when you got into the orchard, you described the orchard as having an aroma of mangoes. So many instances of vivid writing that I really loved. Secondly, your actual story. Now, every great story has a conflict and a set of solutions. In your case, the problem was, how do you get the mango? And you threw a lot of solutions at this problem. First, you started with a stone, then you started with a slingshot, which hit your own face, and then you went with a ladder, which Durgesh climbed, fell, and then you climbed and fell. Now, here are some things that I would recommend for your speech to really take it to the next level. Let's start with your conclusion. Now, your conclusion line was, the best things in life are not the ones given to us, but the ones we dare to climb. I could infer the message you were trying to tell, that it's not the things that are handed to us, but the things that we seize that are the most satisfying. Although I will say that there was a minor grammatical error there, right? So definitely could be rephrased. Another suggestion is can you find a way to extend your message to other people's situations? For example, the best things in life are not the ones given to us, but the ones that we seize. Toastmasters, when was the last time you seized something? Was it a promotion at work? Was it a contest trophy? Or was it the phone number for your crush at Toastmasters? See, now a message that you have from your story is related to their life stories. Secondly, with regard to Durgesh, now I really enjoyed his character, though I would have liked to hear more about him. You mentioned he was mischievous, and so were you, but I didn't get any clear instances of where that mischief came from. At one point, he did help you climb the ladder, he fell, but notably towards the end of the story, you didn't mention him. It was you with the bloody arm eating a mango, but Durgesh was nowhere in the picture. So, would have liked to hear more about Durgesh's side of the story. Finally, props. I noticed at one point while demonstrating throwing a stone at a mango, you used a mango. So my suggestion there is try to use props that are appropriate, and I would also have gone so far as to reveal that mango at the end. When you fell down from the tree, just pull it out of the pocket, everyone would have gone, wow. In conclusion, Toastmaster Abhishek, I do see room to make your conclusions more relatable, and I would have loved to see you explore the character of Durgesh, but through your problem solution structure of your storytelling and your vivid writing, I think you made your Mango Impossible story quite possible. Back to you, Manjari.
Thank you, Akshay. Abhishek, I agree with Akshay's points. First off, you had a really good instances of body language. The actions you did when you were targeting the mango or when you picked up the ladder and put it on the tree. And you also had a lot of glimpses of great humor as well, which had the audience cracking up. One feedback from my side would be I felt that it could have had a better conclusion because at some point I was confused whether the message was do something just for the joy of it or the opportunity is right there and you just have to climb and grab it. Otherwise, very engaging speech. Actually, as always, you have such a great humorous way in which you deliver your evaluation and at the same time you have very good amazing points that you bring to the table. No feedback for you. Next up we have a special segment by our very own special role player Shamil. Please help me welcome Shamil to the segment.
Yeah, I can smell mangoes. But my question is, are you ready to taste the mango bites?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being the volunteer. So, I'll state the rules first. Anyone except who stated the statement can answer my questions. Anyone from the guest? But even guest or anyone. But you have to raise your hands. Don't yell before I select someone. So if you answer, you get the mango. So my first question. This person's favorite memory was going to beaches, building castles, and burying their friends. Possibly keeping their heads up. Who is this person? Yeah, Manjarika. Yeah. Correct answer. I'm going to my next question. Badri mentioned two cricket players as his inspiration. Who are these players? Akash.
Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni.
No. Aditya. Yes, correct. Okay, I think this could be more easy. What was Badri's bachelor degree? Search. No, I think it's fair. Okay, forget. Yeah, right, correct. So it's exactly morning. I will tell you to do it, but yeah. Okay. Next question is from Aditya speech. Winning an argument is not same as complete the statement. Yeah. Yeah.
He's the evaluator.
Okay, yeah. That was a great statement. Winning an argument is not same as resolving a conflict. And another question from Adya's speech. So, which month of the year Adya's team had the first offline meeting? There again. Yeah. Yeah, which year? Okay. Our Toastmaster Abhishek classified people as two. Sneha?
People who like mangoes, people who love mangoes.
Yeah. Also, another question from Abhishek's speech. Because even after falling from the tree, Abhishek was happy. Why? Yeah. You.
Because he got the money.
Yes.
You got the chocolate.
Our memory for today, Pragya, even she likes mango. She kept her mangoes in the fridge.
What's the question?
What's the question?
For what?
What's the reason? Yeah. Actually, can the answer or not?
Yes,
Like,
it's up to you.
What do you know?
yeah, Amna.
Pragya is a gamer.
You know?
Milkshakes.
Milkshake, but it's mango. Revika has actually shared a quote from this famous TV show regarding summer. What is it? Revika,
Yeah,
Shikara does it.
There is
Don't know, so, yeah.
no chocolate.
Summer is coming. Which type of
Oh, yeah. Our evaluator actually loved doing this in summer when he comes back to Kerala because this was not available in Goa. Yeah, that's
Watching Cartoon Network.
yeah. Our essay, Devsha introduced our presiding officer Mani using these three words: dash dash leader. I hope Tavi can answer it. No.
Mango Mr. Green.
Exactly. Yeah. And a simple one again. Our girl, Saujanya, what was her job? What is her job? Back. Correct. Okay. So with that, I'm winding up my session. Thank you.
Thank you, Shamil, for the very engaging segment. Next up, I would like to invite our grammarian of the day, Pragya. Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So please indulge me to explain my report as grammarian for the day. As being the part of Toastmasters, we all have achieved a different criteria today. Like there was very less improper grammar uses in the meeting. I have noticed two improper grammar uses. The first one is while he was a child. We can use it as when he was a child. There are two good new words, interesting words that I have noticed during the meeting. First one is astonished, which means greatly surprised. And we can use this word rather than using surprise in our general users of the language. Second one that I have observed is meticulous, which means great attention, to pay great attention. Now, other than that, there are a few good sentences that has been covered in the meeting. The one sentence was hungerness to win every day. This was by Badri as the speaker. Second, Aditya has used not winning argument but resolving conflicts. Third is dare to climb. And one was kindness is underrated. Other than I was so much indulged into the meeting that maybe I have missed few of the word uses and also the improper uses of grammar. So apologies for that. Over to you. Thank you, Pragya. Next up, I would like to invite the counter of the day, Sangam.
So the mango harvesting season is off, and now I will be presenting my report. So first of all, great round of applause for Mani and Akshay because they were flawless and there were no crutch words or crutch sounds. After that, Devsha, you have used several times, and there were no crutch words. Pooja had no crutch words or crutch sounds, but there were little bit of unintentional pause. Manjarika, you have a tendency to use a lot of times. Sujit, you have used 3 times, and you have a tendency to use like. After that, Shamil, you have 2 times, otherwise you were flawless. And then Madhur, 3 times, and 1 time, otherwise you were also flawless. Then Badri, so you have a tendency to use I was when you are telling about the incidences about your life. I used to. So in place of that, if you can use furthermore or some kind of linking words, it will be useful and removing that. After that, Aditya, you have used so multiple times. And finally, when you are explaining, finally is generally used for conclusions. So if you are repeating, it becomes like a crutch word. After that, Abhishek, you have also have a tendency to use several times, and so and so. Furthermore, Deepak used 3 times. Otherwise, you are also flawless. After that, Swajanya, you have used and for 1 time. Sneha, you have used and twice. Otherwise, you are also flawless. Maria, you only have tendency to add and, otherwise there were no crutch words or crutch sounds. Pranav, you also have used multiple times, and so Srinath, you have used and only once, and so 4 times. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangha. Next up, I would like to invite our timer of the day, Sujit.
Good evening again, once again. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Throughout our meeting, we heard memories about crickets, mango stealing mischiefs, so which I can also indulge into. So coming back to the report, I will uh, I'll present the report. So far, everyone is within time except one person, which I'll tell the later. Uh, I'll come first. I'll tell about table topics. Website took 2 minutes 13 seconds. Arjun, guest, he took 42 seconds. Guest, Saujanya took 59 seconds. Member Sneha took 1 minute 58 seconds. Guest Maria took 2 minutes 25 seconds. Pranav took 2 minutes 28 seconds. Srinath took 1 minute 3 seconds. So now coming to speeches, Badri took 5 minutes 50 seconds. Aditya took 6 minutes 37 seconds. Abhishek took 7 minutes 40 seconds, which is not within limit, within time. Again, coming to evaluation, Madhur took 2 minutes 54 seconds. Arna took 3 minutes 28 seconds. Akshay took 3 minutes 22 seconds. Shamil's special segment was for 4 minutes 41 seconds. And Pragya took 1 minute 48 seconds, and Sangam took 2 minutes 38 seconds.
Thank you, Sujit. With that, I will start my general evaluators report. Starting with the essay, Devsha. Devsha, I really loved the game with which you started. It was very innovative, and it was so funny to hear all the innovative movie titles replaced with the name of Mango, and it really pumped up the energy in the room. And you also introduced the theme and the theme mod in the initial at the beginning of the meeting itself. That was very nice of you. And then you introduced to money. Uh, Presiding officer Money. I like the metaphor that you used on how our co-founders sowed a mango seed, which grew up to become the Bright Hearts Club, which is. And as always, I love the way you introduce our club and also give a chance to the guests to introduce themselves as well. Next is Timot Pooja. Pooja, you look so graceful in your dress. And you started with an engaging question, and throughout the session, it was very engaging. I love when you call the members to share their summer vacation experiences. It was very nice and a very breezy, gave a breezy feel to the entire meeting. Next is the table topics master Deepak. Deepak, you brought a slight twist to our usual table topic session with a bowl and with chits on it. And members got to pick up the chits and find out their table topics. One small feedback is that the topics are slightly difficult and lengthy as well. I felt that might have and like that was slightly difficult for the members to attempt their table topic speeches with. Otherwise, very relevant topics. Kudos to you for that. Next is timer of the day, Sujit. Sujit, I really like the mango mischief story with which you started your introduction with. And you have brought such nice timer cards with mango in it. Very innovative and amazing efforts for a first time role taker. And you are very confident on stage and you stated the rules very clearly. And thank you so much for the very accurate report. Next is accounter Sangam. Sangam, you started with appreciating all the flawless speakers, and then you gave a good report on who are using the crutch words and others say our PF flaw. You have given a very good report, which is very useful because I got to know I have a tendency to use a lot of R's when I speak. It was very useful. Thank you for the good job. And next is grammarian Pragya. I really loved the way you told us all the multiple ways we can use the word of the day within our meeting itself. And one suggestion is that you can mention the name when you are appreciating a member for the good word usage and choose whether or not to mention the names when you are pointing out the bad usages. Otherwise, a really good report. And next is Shamil. Shamil, I love the humorous and engaging way in which you mentioned. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I love the very humorous and engaging way in which you you carried out the entire session. The entire room was laughing out so loud, and you also had a very cheerful personality on stage. So kudos to you for that. Coming to the table topic speakers, we had multiple speakers attempting, including a 14-year-old kid as well. I will share the table topic speakers evaluation later offline. With that is the end of my evaluation report. We can move on to the voting link.
Folks, please don't vote. Please hold off on voting. Yes, 11 now. All right, folks, we can vote now.
I think we have received enough votes. People who have been voted can keep voting. But by then, I would like to hand over to the PO of the day, Mani Kumar.
Thank you so much for that loud cheer. Were you able to identify the fine grained mangoes in the form of the feedback from our general evaluator? What went well, how we can improve ourselves? Nice. Thank you so much, Manjalika, for making this meeting evaluation a very fine grained analysis and sharing all the feedback to all the role takers of this. Thank you. Let's hear it up for our general. While our Sergeant Accounts, Toastmaster Devsha, are identifying the results of the day, I would about hearing our today's meeting experience through a guest. May I request you, sir, and share your experience. How did you feel this meeting?
Hi, Sayed here. Just going by the house, I met my friend Arminder. So he told me just give me a lift. So I thought I'll just catch up with her. I learned a lot from you people. Good couple of communication skills what we are learning over here. I'm looking forward to coming up next week.
So, thank you so much for sharing your feedback, Sayed. I'm sure next week, each and every week as you come forward, definitely there will be a lot of things which we can improve. As we move ahead with respect to our announcements, first and foremost, how many of you knows the specialty of April 18th? Okay. So for benefit of everyone, on April 18th, we will be having our Division I conference at Autodesk venue. So everyone got the link or any sort of link, please let us know or approach any of the executive committee members to get yourself registered. I'm looking forward to visit our division contest with all the full Bright Hearts Army. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Now, for what? What we'll do then? Exactly. So not only we cheer for our very own champion in the house for the different contests, Toastmaster Akshay. That will be the day where we can identify the other different speakers, different clubs coming on a single platform, and you will be witnessing like these clubs, 20 plus clubs coming and sitting in a single conference and making a speech battle. We are all here for improve our public speaking skills. On that day, we will be observing a great speakers coming on stage and battling for the contest. Moving on to the next, I would love to recognize and request all the executive committee officer members to stand wherever you are. When I mention and announce for the benefit of all the guests, the meeting happening because of all the hard work that put into the XCOM leaders and also the definitely support from all the members. Here today, I would love to call and mention our XCOM leaders in the room to stand. Toastmaster Sayuj, they are our vice president education officers to make the meeting, the agenda, the role takers, and keeping the theme very new and refreshing for all the members. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sayuj. Moving on to our next officers from the Vice President Membership Office, Toastmaster Priyansh and Toastmaster Pooja. Our next officer role, which is the secretary role, Toastmaster Sangam in the room. Sergeant Accounts Office, Toastmaster Dilsha in the room. Thank you so much to all the officers for making sure and putting their hard work, making this meeting a grand success. Thank you so much. Before we
So one thing that is always missing is he's thanked all the ExCom members, but one ExCom member he want to thank, which is Mani himself. So, like a car does not go without a driver, that's your Tesla, it's different. But same way, the XCOM doesn't go without a leader. And Money actually drives us most of the time. He tries to make us self-learning and self-running by himself, but he always makes sure that we are on track and getting things done. And that is over and above his job and area director and all that. So thank you so much, Mani, for the direction.
was not expecting this. But majority credit goes to all ExCom leaders. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sayuj, and all the members for that explanation. Moving to the next one. I would love to request all the role takers who did their job today as the first time role taker. Coming up with our timer, Toastmaster Sujit. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sujit. I think now at the end we will get to know and hear a lot of feedback, and also our first time role taker in the trio of this particular meeting, which is our table topics master, Toastmaster Deepa. And also today we have witnessed the first time general evaluator, Toastmaster Manja. From the Vice President. As a listener role, we have seen Shamil. Now we will be moving on to our meeting results. We have our best table topics master, best table topic speaker, which is Toastmaster Melia. Toastmaster Maria, as you keep coming on stage and you definitely share us a new different insights as like today you did, and definitely deserving many congratulations. Moving on to our next best auxiliary role taker goes to Toastmasters Shamil. Toastmaster Shamil, as a listener role, we have definitely done a great job as the members' reaction in the meeting speaks about how the role we have done today. Many congratulations. Moving on to our next best evaluator of the day. Award goes to Toastmaster Akshay Abraham Homer. Toastmaster Akshay, whether it is climbing a ladder or a angle, or whether it is sharing your feedback, definitely whenever you come on stage, a lot of new things learned. And today, your evaluation is well articulated and also very precise feedback, which are provided other speakers, not only just by sayings, but also with your examples. Great job. Thank you. Congratulations. And moving on to our next award, the Best Role Taker Award goes to Toastmaster Pooja Barik. Toastmaster Pooja, you always come up with a different theme, and today it is like a calling summer, and you welcome the summer into bright hearts through the theme of the mangoes, and you have well executed and involving many of the members in the meeting and having the special introductions. It's definitely not easy job, but you showed us how the teamwork can work. Thank you and many thanks. Moving on to our best speaker of the day is Toastmaster Aditya Patnaik. Aditya, whether it comes about, when I got to know about his project on his conflict management, I asked whether it is office or home. So definitely as Aditya, we know how smartly he comes up. And today he has taken the twist of sharing an office story and also well articulated twist. At least to me. But yeah, it's on a lighter note, but coming to your speech today, the conflict management, the project, which is at level 3. And whenever you come on stage, it definitely shows the progress and how you are familiar towards the speaker and well articulation in terms of the managing between whether it is HR or towards the benefit of members. You always look at the greener side to give best to the members. And as a leader, and also as a speaker, you have done a great job and many of that. Let's hear it up for our Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners in the room. One last announcement, may I request all the members and the guests participating in this venue to ensure the room is litter free. May I request to give back and make the premises as back when we came inside the room. So with that being said, I would like to call this meeting number 76 as closed. Let's have a group photo. We request everyone to come on the stage.